And good morning, America. What a terrifying day it was. We've all watched it play out. What a scary scene. We've seen it all too often. A major city on lockdown, the police all over Canada's capital. And what an extraordinary scene. That's inside the Canadian Parliament right there. The members of Parliament forced to barricade themselves inside to protect themselves from the shooter.
Yeah, just so much chaos. And security is stepped up here as well in the U.S., including at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier and at the Canadian Embassy.
Everybody's on high alert. Let's get the latest from Canada's capital. We've got team coverage beginning with ABC's Dan Harris in Ottawa. Good morning, Dan.
George, good morning to you. Right behind me here, the War Memorial and the Parliament building where these acts of violence all played out within minutes. This morning, we're learning much more about the suspected shooter and the act of raw courage that stopped him in his tracks. A day of horror in the normally quiet capital city of Ottawa. It all started before 10 a.m. when the suspect, a 32-year-old Canadian named Michael Zahaf Bibeau, a petty criminal who had recently converted to Islam, allegedly walked up to the National War Memorial with a rifle, shooting and killing Corporal Nathan Cirillo, who was guarding the site. Witnesses say the shooter, dressed in all black, his face half covered with a scarf, appeared to raise his arms in triumph. Bystanders tried to resuscitate him, but Cirillo later died. Minutes later, gunfire echoing through the halls of the Parliament building right nearby. This video captures the chaos. Lawmakers and reporters scrambling for cover, barricading themselves inside of rooms.
Keep your hands all the way down, all the way down!
The Prime Minister, Stephen Harper, whisked to safety. Reporter Cormac McSweeney was inside the building on the phone with his editor when the chaos erupted.
I don't know. There's a bunch of gunshots. A single guy came in with a shotgun. There were... Yes, go. Put me on air right now.
The rampage only ending when a Sergeant-at-Arms, Kevin Vickers, shot and killed Zahaf Bibeau. Vickers' role was largely ceremonial, but despite the fact that he wore robes, he also had access to a firearm and clearly knew how to use it. With lawmakers saying Vickers saved their lives, GMA tracked down his brother.
In a time of need, when the nation called upon him, he was there and he did what he had to do, and we're just very, very proud.
But even after the gunman was stopped, police, fearing other shooters may be on the loose, swarmed through the city center. They also used a robot to search the car the suspect was driving for explosives.
You need to leave.
People here on lockdown told not to move, not to even go near their windows for hours. And this morning, that lockdown, which lasted well into the evening, has finally been lifted. You can see some cars streaming behind me. However, parts of this area are still a crime scene as police endeavor to answer two major looming questions. What was the gunman's motive, and did he act alone?